Activists have gathered outside the NSFAS offices in Wynberg. Students are in support of the nationwide shutdown against financial exclusion. SABC News reporter Vanessa Poonah is standing by for us at the University of the Western Cape. Thank you so much for joining us, Vanessa. So what's happening where you are?
Yes, a very warm good afternoon to you. And at this hour, I'm standing outside the gates of the University of the Western Cape here in Cape Town. And in a short bit, I'll speak to the SRC president in terms of this university, also the students' plans here to either participate or not in the planned national shutdown. You referred to the meeting earlier on in Wynberg, where I was with a group of activists from the ANC Youth League. And at that time, we spoke to the spokesperson who was just about to go into a meeting with the CEO of NSFAS to highlight quite a number of issues. The first, of course, being that they have a huge problem with is the issue of signing an acknowledgement of debt, saying that this equates to reckless lending, saying that it's impossible for students, poor students, to sign that acknowledgement of debt when indeed they have no means to repay those fees. And speaking outside Wynberg just now, I spoke to a UNISA law student who told me that as someone who comes from a poor family, a first-generation university attendee, saying that even at this late stage, his registration status is still pending at this stage because he, according to him, saying that each year when it comes to the opening of universities, this is a challenge that NSFAS students indeed face. Joining me, of course, is this SRC president here at the University of the Western Cape. A very warm good day to you. Now, I spoke to you a short while off camera in terms of this university, this student body, and its response to the national call for this national shutdown at universities. Let us bring it down. Firstly, Pumelelani, in terms of the call for the national shutdown, is your organization here at UWC participating? What is your message to students?
No, this is simple. Our situation at the moment in UWC is that online operations are still in process. So the question of the shutdown is not exactly something that can be arranged in a more amicable way, because ours is to consolidate and to create a line of communication between us as the SRC and students. And at the moment, our understanding is that the bigger problem, rather the bigger fish that we have to deal with, is that the students in Mpumalanga, in Royal Eastern Cape, KZN, they ought to come back and enjoy the fruits of operating on campus, as opposed to the exclusionary process of online operations. So our understanding is that, however, the FF Command National did give a clear direction in the regard of shutdown, however, and we are in solidarity with all of those who are moving in that direction.
So it's been a challenging year, academic year 2020, like you've just said now, issues around access to, for example, equipment, laptops, etc., data, and also participating in a national shutdown, you say, is also a challenge as students prepare to tackle this academic year.
No, just to clarify, I didn't say that it's a challenge. I'm saying that we have not had the time to consolidate. I'm not saying that we've decided or have not decided. We want to have a dialogue with those that are necessary so that we are able to move on. Yeah.
Now, I also understand that this university, and we know historically a poor university at the University of the Western Cape, I'm speaking under correction, but I think historical debt stands at over 400 million at this campus itself. I know that this university has taken the decision to clear all students for registration irrespective of historical debt. Is this welcomed by the SRC, and what more do you think should be done to accommodate students at UWC?
I mean, it's very futile to say that you want to open registration for free while everything is happening online. It's an implicit exclusionary process. The problem of online supersedes all. The financial burden of historical debt and the question of the so-called free clearance, because we're not an example of excellence, we believe here. The question of saying that we are able to register for free is not something that you should cherish and then hold up as if it's an achievement. It's a human right that ought to be it's a human right enshrined in the Constitution of South Africa. So we are upholding that, when we are able to persuade the management in this regard.
Phumelelani, going forward, you haven't had time to consolidate. By when will you have a clear indication as to the way forward amid this national call and the national plan shutdowns? By when will we be able to get some concrete way forward from the SRC here at UWC?
Look, when we had the meeting with SABC, the Deputy Minister, Putumanamela, was present. And as the SRC President, Secretary deployed there, we said to him, instruct the UWC management to give students permits so that they can come back here. So the position, is that we are trying by all means to first foremost deal with the thing of online operations, because that is the most pertinent thing that we're dealing with. And we can't speak at any other term besides not touching on that exclusively and effectively so.
Thank you very much for speaking to me today. Phumelelani Mshumi, of course, the SRC president here at the University of the Western Cape, saying that the huge challenge, not really a challenge as he pointed out, but the huge issue they have is the online process, not just registration, but the entire academic program online is what they have a problem with, and calling then, of course, for students from all over the country to be allowed to return back to campus to carry on with this academic year.
Thanks very much, Vanessa, for